This is a subscriber-only episode. Good evening, and welcome to Dan Bain's SleepyTime Mumbles, a podcast you can miss. I'm Dan Bain, and every episode I improvise a low-stakes podcast for you to fall asleep to. Friends, it's the first full episode of 2026, and personally I'm very pleased with the reimagined or re-cleaned audio template, I suppose is the word to describe it. For those of you that missed the Season 7 intro trailer, perhaps you don't listen to trailers for fear of spoilers. I remade the audio setup for the show. It was currently just unworkable archaeologic file where lack of effective or efficient practice had led to just stacks upon stacks of corrections. So I zeroed everything and started again with the accumulated knowledge of 6 previous seasons of the show, and now it sounds like this. A little different, mostly the same, but also I can actually change things by just changing one parameter rather than trying to work out what I was thinking 4 or 5 years ago and what job some particular compressor or reverb setting is doing. So I guess that's a long and inefficient, as is the mode of the show. That is a long and inefficient way to say welcome to 2026. The show is the same, but a little bit different. I'm glad you're here, and I'm here too. Here we all are. Sophie's here too, snoring a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that. I've got a rough outline of what the year looks like SleepyTime wise. Still a few gaps though, but a few of my recurring favorites, the wells that are easy to return to, and a few new conceits for episodes. So we'll see. We'll see how those play out over the year. There are, of course, still 2-3 full seasons available for everyone all the time, ad-free. And the show is made ad-free by my subscribers. Thank you to my subscribers. This year they are getting a new thing called micro sleeps. We've rolled out the first one. They're going to keep on coming, and they also get access to all of the back catalogue. If that's something you'd like, you can do that as well, but that can wait. For now, put down your phone, turn off your screens, and close your eyes. Now it's time to be mumbled to sleep. Season 7, Episode 1. We will prepare these ingredients before the dinner rush. All right, team. Welcome to my restaurant. You are all very capable chefs of varying degrees of experience. But none of you are inexperienced enough that the work we are going today to undertake will be a struggle or at all difficult. We are going to be working well within our capabilities. When the day starts, you will all be allocated tasks that will be uniquely suited to your ability and skill set. Now, there are 10 tables in the restaurant, and there are 20 chefs in the kitchen, and we are here 5 hours before service begins in order to prep everything. I guess the point that I really want to iterate emphasize, the point that I really want to emphasize is that this is not a stressful environment. However, there are certain tasks that must be done now in order to have service be as non-stressful and as straightforward as possible. So, bearing that in mind, let's go through the menu for the evening, and then let's divide up the various tasks that will need to be undertaken in this prep session. Before we go through the menu, did everyone bring their knives and wash their hands? Let's start with vegetable prepping. Everyone loves fries, so I need a lot of potatoes cut into fries. And at this restaurant we don't do shoestring fries anymore. Sorry everyone. Well, I mean, sorry to the customers, but you guys will be loving that you don't have to cut them anymore. Now that I think about it, maybe shoestring fries aren't necessarily cut by hand. There's probably like a thing that you press them through, but now it's hand cut all the way now. Hand cut, big potato cutting. So who wants to do that? I think we need 100 individual chips. So I don't know how many potatoes that is. What do you reckon you get out of a standard sized potato? 8 chips, maybe. So what's that? To get 100, you will need about a dozen, a little bit over a dozen. 12 eighths are 96. So yes, let's say 13. We're also going to require the following vegetables cut into roastable sizes. Okay, so for roasting, the following: potatoes, pumpkin, yams, carrots, parsnip, beets, or beetroot as we call it in New Zealand. I don't know why I'm being American in my terminology. I guess it's because of the listenership. Nonetheless, other roast vegetables, that's the mall. That's all we'll be doing tonight, roast wise. How many portions are enough for? Let's do enough for 10, just in case everyone orders the roast. Okay. Salads. 1 bowl. 1 terrine. 1 biggest bowl we've got. Garden salad. Leaves. Get green leaves in there. I want green leaves. All sorts of green leaves. Okay. Baby spinach, I want that. Mesclun. Rocket. Lettuce. Iceberg and cos. And then maybe some finely chopped mint and a vinaigrette. Little bit sweet, don't let it get too sweet, okay? Vinaigrette, right? It's about the vinegar, right? The acid of it. Don't let it get. I know you love to put honey in it, and that's very nice, but I don't want it balanced. We're tasting as we go. All right, everybody. I know this is just prep, so don't just taste it because you've cut it up. You don't need to taste it at this point, but as a general rule, we're going to taste as we go. Not now, though. Okay. Slaw. Yep, we're gonna need a coleslaw for sure. And the salad, don't dress it yet. Just leaves in the baby tomatoes as well. Put some baby tomatoes in that thing, and even some cut up red pepper. Okay. But don't dress it, it's going to get too wet. We're several hours out. So you can make the dressing, don't make it too sweet. But it doesn't need to go on the salad yet. Coleslaw, yeah. Chop some cabbage, do 3 cabbages worth, and 10 carrots, 10 medium-sized carrots, and again, don't add prepare a mayonnaise, coleslaw dressing. Is it mayonnaise? Yeah. Prepare that, but don't put it on yet. Okay, leave that until later in the process. Okay, now we're going to need to get some desserts on. So someone make a cheesecake. Make 2, in fact. And creme brulees. Okay, I want creme brulees and sticky date pudding for sure. So just puddings, and if they need to set or whatnot, let's get making them now. Let's get in the fridge. Panna cottas. Okay, I need like, how many guests? Maximum 10. 9 panna cottas. I want 9. No, do 10, because if you tip one out and it's not good, or it's not set, then that's a test. Or what? Do 10. Yeah. Get those out of the way. Also, I want like a chocolate torte. Very dense, thin slices, cocoa powder. So that's going to need to be baked now. Okay. Should we talk quickly about meats? Let's get some. Okay, things that are going in the slow cooker. Can we get some ribs? We're gonna get those in. We're gonna low and slow on those. So if we could get those dressed and wrapped and in the how are we doing it? In the smoker? Okay, yep, we're in early, so let's do that. Get those in the smoker. Fish, I want that. There's a salmon, 2 salmon, and I want those. Get them filleted ASAP. Get them and get them ready for scaled. Scale them as well. If they haven't been scaled, get on it. Pin bones, any pin bones in that, get them out. We're not having pin bones in them. We're going to do a lovely pork belly with a balsamic reduction. So I want, if we can get that, if I can get a salt cap on that, please get that. Make sure that skin, because we've got to have the crackling. We've got to have it, guys. Crackling is the, if it's not crunchy, we're going home. And I'm not ready to go home yet. Okay, so prep for that, and make sure the top is scored as well. We're doing diamonds, not squares. Okay. What else? Got the fish. Tonight's chicken, we're going to there's a couple of chickens there. If you can just break them down into portions, leg and thigh, breast and wing. We're going to do a coq au vin. So if we can open 20 bottles of wine, that'll be good. What else? We are going to be... Can we please get 10 steak? We're going to... 10 steaks in the sous vide machine, please. If we can get those bagged and sealed and in the bath, that'd be great. And those will just be ready to go when it's go time. There's no and the roast is gonna be we're gonna do a lamb shoulder, and we're gonna do one between two, so 5. We're gonna put 5 lamb shoulders on, just in case, for our 10 tables. So if I could get those prepped, please, ready to go in the oven. We're gonna do those. Are we gonna sear it off first? I'm always half and half on whether you should sear off a big cut of lamb to kind of start the fat cap melting. Anyway, it doesn't. That's neither here nor there, because we're just in prep. We're just preparatory. So, any questions? Does anyone have any questions or general remarks? Will there be? Have we perhaps over-catered for 10 people? Almost certainly, but we'll also be very, very prepared. That was Season 7, Episode 1 of SleepyTime Mumbles. Let us prepare whatever it's called. Let us do the preparing for the dinner rush service. SleepyTime Mumbles is produced and created by me, Dan Bain. Wait a minute. It's been too long since you've done this, Daniel. That's not how the end boilerplate goes. Do you want to take that again? Yes, please. SleepyTime Mumbles is produced by Noosed Octopus Theatre, etc. It's created and hosted by me, Dan Bain. You can follow the show through a myriad of links in the show notes. Until next time. Good night. And sleep tight.